Very often, people get stuck in the fixed mindset. I have already grown and I can grow no further. But that is a pity, because human life is meant for progress. If you cannot reach the ultimate goal, at least move ahead from where you were at the beginning of life with what you gain, so that your life becomes a success. However, once we decide that I need to grow, the question arises, how? No matter what we do, who we are, where we stay, each and every one of us has this feeling within that I have not yet become as I wish to be. I have not yet done what I wish to do. I have not yet felt the happiness that I need to feel. And that is why I need to progress further. Very often, people get stuck in the fixed mindset. I have already grown and I can grow no further. But that is a pity, because human life is meant for progress. If you cannot reach the ultimate goal, at least move ahead from where you were at the beginning of life with what you came, so that your life becomes a success. Take a look at this world, how in the physical realm records keep tumbling. When the modern Olympics began in 1896, in the year 1900, the high jump record stood at 6 feet 2 inches. The best jumper in the world could clear a height of 6 feet 2 inches. However, in the 1960s, there came a gentleman called Dick Fosbury. He said, I can jump much higher. I will use the flip technique. He called it the Fosbury flip. So everybody used to jump facing the bar. They would take their feet over first. He said, I will take my head over first. And his people said, what are you talking about? They nicknamed it as the Fosbury flop. It will be a flop show. But he refused to let his enthusiasm get dampened. And in 1968, he broke the world record in high jump, which today stands at 8 feet and 1/4 of an inch. So in the physical realm, in track and field, we see that the world records are getting pushed further and further. In the expanse of our mind as well, we keep on growing. And that inner growth is the most important. One philosopher, Oliver Wendell Holmes, said, speaking about the beauty of this mind, he said, the mind once expanded to the dimension of new ideas never returns to its original size. So always think growth. There was one other world famous cellist, Pablo Casals. At the age of 95, he was still practicing 6 hours a day. So he was asked that at this age, why is it that you practice? He said, because I am progressing. At 95, he was still progressing. Unfortunately, many of us dampen our enthusiasm for growth. You've reached a certain accomplishment in life and you say, well, I've already done it. Somebody said, what is the biggest impediment to tomorrow's progress? It's today's accomplishment. Now, most of you know who were the first two human beings to scale Mount Everest. Who were they? Sherpa Tenzing and Edmund Hillary. And they did it in the year 1953. But what most people don't know is that Edmund Hillary also made an attempt in 1952, but he failed. However, news of his attempt on Mount Everest became known, and the British Mountaineering Association invited him. They arranged for a public meeting. So they had a picture of Mount Everest on the stage. And Hillary was invited to address the people. So he first of all went to that picture and showed Mount Everest his fist and said, Mount Everest, last year you defeated me. But this year I will defeat you. Because you have stopped growing and I am still growing. This idea that I need to keep pushing myself forward, that is what life is meant for. However, once we decide that I need to grow, the question arises, how? What is the meaning of growth? It depends on how you define success. So, what is success? This is an important definition for your own life. If you are not sure of what success means to you, then you are running without any direction. And later on, at the age of 50, people realize I was chasing a wrong concept of success. I got this house and this car and still I feel unsuccessful. That is why you must today itself decide what is your goal in life. So I decided to ask Mr. Google, because nowadays Google knows everything. What is success? This one Mr. Google doesn't know. Everybody is giving their own ideas of what success is. So I'll tell you, this is how you should define it. Success should have three aspects to it. The first one is to feel good. We all want happiness. That is the innate yearning of all of us. Because God is the ocean of happiness and we are His little parts. So innately we are all craving for bliss, for peace, for contentment. If you've got everything but you don't have contentment, you factually have got nothing. So the first aspect then of success is to feel good. And how will you feel good? When you become good. When you try to be the best person that you can be. But Swamiji, if I am not good, can I still feel good? If I know that I am a hypocrite, I am a thug, can I still feel good? Impossible. Why impossible? Because intuitively, we all love divine qualities. There are certain qualities of God, Daivi Sampatti Ishwariya Gun, kindness, justice, honesty, truthfulness, compassion. These are the qualities of God. And as His little parts, we are innately drawn to these qualities. That is why everybody loves truthfulness. You may say, Swamiji, I don't think so. I was cheated by such and such person and I found that guy telling lies. How are you saying everybody loves truthfulness? I agree, there are people who say lies, no doubt. But to the liar, if you tell a lie, will he like it? He will complain, why did you lie to me? Arey Baba, you tell 5 lies a day. If I lied to you, what's the big deal? No, I don't want anybody to lie to me. In English, there is a phrase, honesty amongst thieves. One thief, he stole from a house and came back and counted the money. Wow, today I've got a nice booty. With great satisfaction, he went off to sleep. But at night, a second thief entered the first thief's house and he stole from the thief. So when the first thief woke up, he was extremely annoyed. Who is this? Doesn't he know who I am? He's stealing from me. If I meet him, I'll break his teeth and smash his head. Why are you fuming so much? You are a thief yourself. That's all right. I can steal, but nobody should steal from me. Further, third aspect to it, to do good. We all wish to do good. If we are not doing good, again the happiness will not come. There was a woodcutter. He used to work at $12 an hour. One social researcher did an experiment and he said, come over to my lumberjack farm. I will offer you double the salary, $24 an hour. The woodcutter said, all right, I'm interested in money. When do I need to start working? Next Monday. Okay. So he reported for work on the following Monday. The social researcher gave him an axe and said, here, you will cut this tree. But you will not use the sharp edge. You will use the round portion of the iron head. Now the Redwood, California, if you start hitting with the round portion, there is no way you're going to cut it. So the woodcutter said, then how will I bring it down? The researcher said, doesn't matter. I'm giving you $24 an hour. All right, I want the money. So he went and started hitting the tree. Now, what will that iron do to this huge tree? He did it for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. On the 6th day, he came to the researcher and put the axe before him. I resign. The researcher said, why? You are getting double the salary. Yes, but this is no fun. I need to see the chips flying. I need to see my work creating a difference. If it's not making a difference, I'll not be contented. So similarly, you may be an IT professional, you may be a doctor, an accountant, an advocate, whatever, a housewife, a home raiser, whatever you are, you want to see your work making a difference to others, to this world, in whatever way. If the chips are not flying, again you are discontented. That is why the third aspect of success then is to do good, to feel good, to be good, and to do good. So this is how I define success then. To be the best person you can be, to do the best that you can do, and as a result of that, to feel the best that you can feel.